Some books surprise you, and some of them you hear about a lot. This is one of both. It's called Gone to See the Riverman, which I've heard about many times. People have referenced it. And you know what? It's actually a lot newer than I thought it was. I thought this was an older book. But this is from 2023 by Kristopher Triana. Gone to See the Riverman. We're just going to give it the old first page test, the one-page test. Starting at 1. There's only 2 places anyone can find peace: the woods and the grave. Edmund was almost poetic when he wanted to be, despite his poor grammar and spelling. Laurie was actually surprised he'd gotten this sentence out so well. His musings always held some grim underlining, like a black coat of paint beneath a myriad of colors. Or maybe his words just seemed dark because of whose lips they fell from, what he'd done. Laurie didn't mind those crimes so much. After all, had it not been for the murders, they never would have started talking to each other. She read the letter over again. Edmund's handwriting was jagged with large loops, and he dotted everything with an X. The letters were coming more frequently now, and were longer in length, this one being 4 pages. She thought they were building to something unique, something special. She wondered if that crazy Nico woman was getting this many. Maybe he's writing Nico the exact same ones. No, Laurie couldn't believe that. She refused to. Nico was one of those bizarre people who become romantically infatuated with a killer, who has been sensationalized by the media. Things between Laurie and Edmund Cox were too deep and complex to be duplicated with some. And it trails off there. I don't know, guys. I've heard that this book is quite frightening. It's quite traumatic and messed up. It's usually on lists of like most messed up books you'll ever read. But the first page on this one, I can't say I'm very impressed. Perhaps there's an idea of conflict in here, but really we're getting a lot of just like, so this is who this was, and they didn't like this, and then there was a murder. But there isn't a whole lot to compel me to be interested in it. There's nothing that really makes it urgent. So I'm not really all that excited to turn the page on this one. You know, I might actually, I think I'm just going to set this one down. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you read this one or if you're perhaps interested in it. But yeah, this has been Gone to See the Riverman. I don't know. I might try another one of his books, but I'm just sort of looking at the first page some more here. I also don't like these sentences that are like, it says Nico was one of those bizarre people who become romantically infatuated with a killer who has been sensationalized by the media. That's just such a boring sentence. That's such a boring way to just spoon feed to the reader who a character is. Like, you could illustrate that without having to say it so on the nose. And I find that sentence is kind of representative of a lot of the other sentences here on display. It's just sort of giving you all this information up front, and I don't think it's very good craft, personally. But who am I to say? Let me know what you thought.